All right, welcome to Husker Swarm Blog. We're going to go over the BCS bowl games, and they're going to be listed by order of interest. So let's start off with the Rose Bowl in Wisconsin versus Oregon. This one's going to be a shootout. Power and speed clash in a battle of two of the best offenses in the country. Michael James' lateral speed, his change in direction, and Monty Ball's physicality. Two of the best running backs. Two dual-threat quarterbacks who continue to dominate opponents. But it's the defenses that are underrated. Oregon's Bellotti has produced a very consistently good defense for his defense, and they stifle offenses, considering they're on the field for the majority of the game. Wisconsin's physicality and bruising linebackers combine to create a physical defense. Oregon's lateral speed will be on display, though, as they face a defense that overall speed is they're kind of slow, Wisconsin is. Wisconsin's physical run will be evident as they will attack the middle of a soft, undersized, but fast defense. Oregon must avoid a slow start on offense that has plagued them. Whiskey must control the ball to keep Oregon off the field with long time-consuming drives. Oregon's offense will start slow, just because that layoff. Teams always find a way to stop them, but then they're going to emerge at the end of the second quarter. But by then, will Whiskey have too big of a lead? No, this is going to be 4 weeks to prepare. Both defenses are going to play well to start off the game. And Wisconsin was slowed by TCU. Now this is a different beast with Russell Wilson, but I still think Oregon will slow them down a little bit to start off the game. I believe going into the half, Whiskey will have a solid lead, 24-14, but the Ducks will emerge out of the gates and begin to take control in the second half. At this point, Whiskey must have long time-consuming drives, but I think they're going to be forced upon it at some point in time, and I think Wisconsin is going to get a blocked punt, or the Ducks are going to use their speed and take it to the house. Because Whiskey's punt coverage has been terrible, they're slow, and their blocking on punts have been awful too. So then Oregon takes the lead, 42-31. Russell Wilson comes alive. The Badgers get a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. It's a 3-point game, and the Badgers defense gets a stop. Russell Wilson gets another chance, but I think they're going to miss a game-tying field goal, and this game could go to overtime. It might not. I think it's going to be an epic game. It's going to be one of the best Rose Bowls ever, and I think the Ducks are going to sneak it out of Pasadena and get their first BCS win under Chip Kelly and their first bowl win under Chip Kelly. So that's the Rose Bowl. I got Oregon winning that one. Fiesta Bowl, Okie State versus Stanford. This is going to be a shootout. It's going to be they're completely contrasting styles, a physical run game versus a passing attack, prolific passing attack. Don't underestimate each of these teams' attacks besides their quarterbacks. I mean, Andrew Luck is a great quarterback. They got a good rushing attack, but he's a great quarterback. They don't have all the deep threats, but they do have great tight ends. And the Cowboys' rushing attack is solid, and considering that Washington and Oregon were able to run the ball with ease on Stanford, Oklahoma State's got a great running game. They're going to be able to do the same. Both of these defenses aren't that great, but Oklahoma State gets the turnovers, and that's what matters. That's what's going to make the difference in this game. Stanford's defense has been built to stop the run, much like a Big Ten and SEC squad, but it's kind of going to be irrelevant in this game because they can't really stop it that great anyways. Their secondary struggles. Oklahoma State faces spread-happy Big 12 teams, so this is going to be a different physical run game. So the defenses, they're not gonna make much stops unless it's takeaways, which I think Oklahoma State is going to win the turnover battle. If they win it big time, this one could get ugly quickly. But I think Oklahoma State's going to get 2 picks, potentially a fumble. And I think Stanford's going to force some turnovers too with their unique blitzes. Neither of these two teams are going to stop their opponents, of course, but I think Okie State's going to come out firing, and Stanford will have no remedy for Whedon and Blackman. 45-31, Cowboys get the win. National championship, Bama versus LSU. Bloodbath, rematch, anyone? Well, too bad the fans don't have a choice because they don't want to see either another defensive battle with no touchdowns. Usually, bowl games favor the defenses because they get time to prepare and watch tape on the offense. But when you're thinking about that, we could have a 3-0 game this time. But I don't think there's a chance. I think the offenses will find the end zone. So will the Honey Badger. Whether on a defense or a special team play, he will sniff the end zone with the ball crossing the plane this time. I really don't think Nick Saban's going to lose to a team twice in a year. yet 3 times in a row. I think Trent Richardson's going to have a ridiculously good first half. LSU's going to start off slow. 17-10 Bama. Seems high scoring. But the Tigers get that running game going in the second half. And then the Honey Badger makes a huge play and gets the Tigers the lead. But I think Richardson's going to produce a game-winning drive, and Bama wins this national championship. It's unfortunate because they didn't win the first time, but Bama wins it 24-20. It's going to be a good game, and I'm going to watch it. I don't care what people say. I'm still going to watch it. Even though I wanted Oklahoma State to get the chance, I'm still going to watch it. So Bama wins the national championship. Sugar Bowl. Michigan State versus Virginia Tech. Blowout, of course. Everyone knows Virginia Tech didn't deserve this game. They got blown out twice by Clemson, and they haven't been a good team all year. Maybe even Michigan didn't deserve this game. But Vatek's best victory was against Virginia, which was impressive. They beat them 38-0, but it's Virginia. And Vatek played an overrated Clemson team, and that Clemson team was about to hit rock bottom one time, and they got the tar beat down them both times. But you see a big difference between the Michigan from this year and last year. The offense isn't quite the same because Denard Robinson hasn't been as risk-taking. He's getting there, though. The last 4 weeks he has improved ridiculously. But the defense is amazing. That turnaround is great. Madison has changed the defense completely, and now a top 10 defense that will shut down a good running back in David Wilson and the emerging Logan Thomas. Expect it to be close at halftime, but just like in last year's Orange Bowl, Tech gets shut out in the second half, and Michigan takes this one by 21, 34-13. Orange Bowl, Clemson versus West Virginia, another shootout. I mean, these games are going to be high scoring, no question about it. The Big East gets another chance to prove their BCS legitimacy, but a Clemson team that hit rock bottom previously showed perseverance in winning the ACC championship. I really would have liked to see Clemson against a good defense, a good team, a solid team. That's Gino and Taj Boyd are gonna have a good game. Both of these quarterbacks are gonna play well, but Sammy Watkins and the Clemson Tigers will prevail. Expect a huge game from him and a lot of points. The Tigers will get a boost for recruiting in the 2012 season, and the Big East will once again prove its weakness, which is playing in BCS bowls. So the Clemson Tigers take this one 45-38. Thanks. Check back. Got more videos coming up. Go to each conference bowl games. So definitely come back and check it out. Thanks for watching.